Welcome back. The death of a child is perhaps the worst thing a parent can endure. A Tucson woman who's coping with that tragedy says vandals have desecrated her son's grave, and she's angry with the cemetery. She told her story to N4T Tucson investigator Matthew Schwartz.
My son, I know he's here with Mom.
Nanette Perez visits her son's grave at Evergreen Cemetery 3 times a day.
We were inseparable when he was here.
Keeping up the memorial she arranged.
Mom has your lizard on.
Alexios Escobar was born with a congenital heart defect and had 7 surgeries before dying in Nanette's arms in December.
He loved going shopping. He loved getting the ads for Mom. He was just my little shadow.
He was only 12 years old.
He was a smart, old soul. He loved cooking, and he loved being with Mom. And he was just very strong.
Nanette says in the 7 months since her son died, his grave has been desecrated at least 7 times. Flowers and other items have been stolen. The lights Nanette painstakingly planted have been knocked over.
Just like it's the most painful thing, it's the most pitiful thing to have no respect for anybody's grave, for especially a little boy's. I have his picture there purposely so they can have a little conscience and know that it's a little boy's grave.
I do feel very sorry for her.
Bill Addison is Evergreen Cemetery's president.
Is there anything you can do to stop the vandalism?
Stop the vandalism? Probably not. What we've tried to do is we have a security company that we've hired that comes through randomly at night.
Addison says Tucson police cars also come through daily. Evergreen is one of Tucson's largest cemeteries. Between 65 and 70,000 people are buried here. He says vandalism is a problem at many cemeteries, and Evergreen is easy to get to. It's next to busy roads, Oracle and Fort Lowell.
Why not have locked gates here at night?
Part of the reason for locked gates is when we put in the funeral home, we started to have the gates open so that the company could come in to drop somebody off when they needed to. But what we discovered with that is once we did away with having the chains across the entrances, our vandalism and theft rate dropped.
Nanette has another problem with the cemetery. Her gravesite decorations are against its rules because they surround the gravesite, and lights must be inside vases, not in the ground, with no more than 3 vases allowed.
The rules are so we can cut the grass, keep it clean.
I'm breaking a rule, but I'm just expressing my love for my son.
We can't change everything we do to do 1 or 2 graves, because as soon as you do that, you're going to have 70,000 families that are going to want to be able to put whatever they want in whatever form they want.
Just let me be. Let me be in peace with my son. Don't tell me how I need to find some other way to grieve.
As you could see, there's no headstone at the gravesite. Nanette hasn't been able to afford one. Cemetery President Addison says he'll continue to have maintenance workers remove the items from the gravesite if Nanette continues to break the rules, and that she's free to take the items home. Nanette says at this point she has no plans to change anything, but she would at least be grateful if the vandalism of her son's gravesite ended. If you have a story you'd like us to investigate, email us at investigators@kvoa.com or call 955-4444. Matthew Schwartz.